Chapter 2. People like to dress up as bananas. As Alan walked home, he thought about today's events. If weird was a person, then the clown Alan had seen today could have been the definition of it. When Felicity mentioned the invisible clown, Alan had seen a normal person dressed in jeans and a t-shirt, and partially a clown. He was thinking on telling Felicity that, but then she might make fun of him. Alan wasn't too happy that he had to walk home in the burning sun, but it was better than getting picked up by his foster parents. Alan had no clue who his biological parents were, but he did have a very faint memory of two people screaming his name in the pouring rain. Alan had many theories for that, but his favorite one was where he'd gotten kidnapped, and someone saw him getting carried away, so they called the police, and the police finally found him. Since he was far away from his home, maybe in Armenia, the police had just put him in an orphanage. Just as Alan turned the corner to his house, a car pulled up in front of him. "Hey, you stop right there! Put your hands up or I'll get you the hard way," said a high-pitched voice inside the car. Alan was terrified. It was him being taken away from his family and home all over again. The window disappeared, and a man dressed like a bright yellow banana jumped out and tried to tackle Alan. But he ran out of the way, and the man fell on his face. The man managed to grab Alan by the ankle, and Alan fell flat on his face. The man was slow in getting up, but Alan got up and attempted to run. He slammed into something hard, and suddenly it smelled weird. Alan couldn't stop laughing. Everything seemed funny, especially the banana man. The banana man was holding a small black square with lots of buttons on it. Alan was laughing at the fact it looked like a large piece of chocolate with hot sauce on it. The banana man pressed a button on his remote, and Alan fainted. The banana man pressed another button, and Alan floated into his car. Later, the banana man also caught Felicity using his remote control kidnapping device. Felicity actually ran 2 blocks before the banana man could catch her with his device. The banana man's car looked normal on the outside. It was a simple Mercedes, but for some strange reason, it was huge on the inside. It was a full-sized 5-story mansion. The banana man floated Felicity into the last room in the car on the 5th floor. She was a bit surprised to find Alan unconscious and not tied up on a sofa. The banana man put Felicity next to Alan and told her to stay there. Of course, Felicity couldn't just stand there while being driven to some old town kidnappers like to live in. She tried to find a way out of the room, but there were no doors, windows, or air vents. It looked sealed to Felicity. She tried smashing the perfectly colored walls with Alan's backpack, but all Felicity did was crush the contents of Alan's backpack. The banana man came to check on her, literally by walking through the wall, and found Felicity on the ground in the corner crying. He tied her up to Alan, probably to torture her, so all Felicity could do was try to wake up Alan, who clearly couldn't be woken up at the moment. Felicity couldn't blame Alan, Felicity would rather be unconscious right now, too. The car looked normal on the outside when Felicity saw it, but now on the inside, it was like getting tied up inside a ballroom with only a sofa and table as furniture. It looked a lot like Felicity's room at her house. Same ash gray walls and a table and a sofa, although the table and sofa were smashed in random places at her house.